YouTube wouldn't let me put a hashtag for it. They don't have it. So I had to put dogs and the Pro Bowl games, which I know everybody's excited about. Justin Fields turned it down to work on his game. Now, what game is he working on? I don't know because Justin Fields did not have a very good, well, he was okay. Let's look up Justin Fields. What did Justin Fields do this past year to warrant a Pro Bowl nod? Wow. Let's do a quick look here. Okay. Well, fantastic season. He had he went 2-7 as a starter. He completed 62% of his passes, 1,259 yards, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he also ran the ball. He was sacked 27 times. Yeah, I would say not much of anything. Yes, rushing this year he had 383 yards and 4 touchdowns. Okay, that's what the Pro Bowl games has turned into. Justin Fields said he turned it down because he was like, hey, I got to work on my game for next year. What game there is, I don't know. Matt Ryan. Oh, that's coming back. Paradise. I don't know when Paradise is coming back, but I can't wait. I got to watch this. This is coming back. Cookies, which was awesome, came in from Jay, 2 daughters, lovely daughters. And of course, I opened a box of tag-alongs and they're all gone. Michigan said, I'm going to get, I'm going to be, full and everything. Also, Fallon today told me she saw the Rachel McAdams movie, which I am going to see because Michigan has no interest in seeing it, and I want to see it. Yeah. Yeah, send help. Got to see it. So that I was told about that. Lindsey Vonn, the picture I have up, which you can't see because I'm on YouTube, but Lindsey Vonn on January 30th over the weekend ruptured the ACL in her left knee in an alpine ski World Cup race in Crans, Montana, Switzerland, which I'm probably pronouncing terribly. Lost control coming out of a jump. She ended up crashing into the fence on the side. She had to be airlifted out. The Olympics, the training sessions for the downhill are Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The race is Sunday. She won a bronze 2018 in the downhill. 2010, she won gold in the downhill, bronze in the Super G. She's not sure if she can do the Super G. She said it's 90 seconds. Well, the ACL, you kind of need to, to be stabilized, swelling down, not in pain. I don't know. She retired in 2019 because the right knee, she had a partial knee replacement. So now the left knee is the problem, and that's not the whole thing. Check this out. Third ACL tear, fractured ankle, knee, humerus, microfractures in her forearm, tibial fractures in her leg, torn LCL, 2 torn MCLs, acute facet dysfunction of her back, debilitating spasms brought on by trauma. She made her debut at 17 in 2002. I mean, that's kind of loco, right? I mean, think about it. That's crazy. That's a little crazy, in my opinion. That is wild. All this happening. And the Michigan said, well, 41, she's taking a spot from someone. And, you need the knee stabilized to make it. She said it's only 90 seconds. I don't know how she's going to get out of the practice runs, but she's going to try. I didn't know anybody that's going to be able to compete. Now, Tommy today sent me Bode Miller in a downhill race, losing a ski and going down on one ski, which to me was like, wow, that was crazy. But Lindsey Vonn, I don't know how she's going to do it, but if anybody's going to try, she is. And I guess she's taking a spot from someone else. We have on flag football, which I don't know why they need the mouth guard in their mouth. There's no tackling. I really don't understand the mouth. I think it's more of a fashion thing. And is this the girls or the guys playing? Is it co-ed? No, I think it's the women playing. So listen, the women. So a lot of women like this flag football. I just think it's hilarious. The Pro Bowl games we have on Westminster, always a lot of fun. Michigan has friends of hers that she met in Aruba. They have a dog in it usually. This year they do not have a dog in the race, so that's not happening. A dog in the contest. My mom told me about it, so I'm taping it tonight. Knicks at Washington tonight. Kawhi Leonard added to All-Star roster, bringing U.S. stars to 16. Minimum required. Thank you, Poly Market Hoops. They also added the Jordan brand to all the uniforms because they're having USA versus the world, which they try to do in 4 nations, which they did do. I'm sorry, successfully did in 4 nations. Basketball's another story. Yeah, jerseys are all right. They're kind of cool. I feel like they're never done to the level I really want them to. UNC was up by 32 yesterday. They allowed Syracuse to go on a 35-10 run in the second half, and I'll tell you, they was down to 7. They ended up winning by 10. They had to put Caleb Wilson back in. They get Duke on Saturday. Yeah, is UNC at Duke? UNC basketball? Is the game at Duke or is it at UNC? I said to Ben, "Are we concerned about this?" And he said, "I said I think it's gonna be like 1999 all over again. Yeah, it's at UNC Saturday 6:30. I will be watching." They improved to 18-4, 6-3. Syracuse fell to 13-10, 4-6. Carmelo's son came off the bench. He didn't start. He played like 16 minutes. Wait, what did Carmelo do in the game? Carmelo's son did. Where is he? Yeah, I'm trying to find him. Yeah, Anthony. He had yesterday in the loss. He had 15 minutes, 10 points, 2 rebounds. He's averaging. He's playing pretty well. I mean, he's not. He's averaging 9 points, 2 rebounds, and assists, 41% from the field, and he's not taking a lot of 3-pointers. 12% from 3-point range, and free throw percentage 65%. He is not his father. His father won a championship his freshman year, so I would say he has a ways to go. We'll see what happens there. Donnie Freeman led the the Cuse, I like to call him, 23 points, 8 rebounds. Caleb Wilson, 22 points, 9 rebounds, and assists. NFL Players Association does not want 18 games. I don't want 18 games. I think it's ridiculous. It's turning into a shit show. It really is. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. I think it's a huge mistake. But yeah, I don't get it. I just feel like we're heading down a road we shouldn't be heading down, and the guys can't stay healthy as it is. College football playoff this next year doesn't want to conflict with Thursday night football, so they're going to have the quarterfinal game on Wednesday night, the 30th. Thursday night football, the 31st, which is so there's going to be a Thursday night football game on New Year's Eve, and then the first will be the triple header, Cotton Bowl, Peach, and Rose Bowl. 27, no conflict, so that won't happen. But I think I think the season should be over by then because it still goes on too fucking long. But you know what? College football doesn't get it through their head that they think the season has to go on forever. The season should end, and then we go into the college football, and then we go, then they should have the portal open. That's it. End the season portal. We move on. And I think they could do like the NFL, no job openings till the season's over. If your team is still playing, then no. But if your season's over, yes. But I think if you're playing in a bowl game like Tulane did with Summerall and Kiffin did with Ole Miss, I would have liked that decision to happen after the season and not when the games are being played. But it'll fall on deaf ears. No one gives a shit what I say. I mean, hey, what are you going to do? Matt Ryan won't commit to Penix as starter. Penix tore his left ACL in November, 9 to 12 months. It's him and Kirk Cousins. Matt, who's quarterbacking? So are you guys drafting a quarterback? What are you guys going to do? Because I just hear a lot of talk, and I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll see. I asked Milton about the trade. They got rid of Ivy from the Pistons. Maybe there's another trade. Yeah, they weren't going to re-sign Ivy, but it feels like maybe they could have got more in return. I agree. They could have got more in return. They did not. So that's the end of that. I could go through all the trades. I got to be honest with you. Triple J went from the Grizzlies to the Jarius Jackson, right? Triple J to the Jaren Jackson Jr. went to the Jazz. I don't really care about this. That's not what I was trying to find. It has been traded to the Utah Jazz. Yeah, so the Memphis Grizzlies are trading star forward Jaren Jackson Jr., John Concher, Jock Landale, and Vince Williams Jr. to the Utah Jazz for Walter Clayton Jr., the star of Florida in the NCAA tournament this past year. Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Georges Niang, and 3 future first-round picks. So HDA told me this. Out of the 2018 draft, all 30 picks now have been Jaren Jackson Jr. was the last player of the 2018 first round that is now leaving his original team. Every other player is on their second or third team for that matter. And the only one to stay with his team out of those picks was Mitch Robinson, and he was a second-round pick. But that's what they said. Jalen Brunson was a second-round pick. DeAndre Ayton. The amount of players in that draft They're all on different teams, which blew my mind. The 2018 draft is just crazy. But HGA told me that one today, and I was like, that is crazy. Everybody taken in that first round is with a different team. DeAndre Ayton with Phoenix at the time. Marvin Bagley Jr., Sacramento. Where's he? I mean, even where the hell is he right now? He is on the. I don't even know where he's playing right now. He is on the Washington Wizards. So Marvin Bagley Jr., Luka Doncic is now on the Lakers. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the last one. Trae Young is now on the Wizards. Mo Bamba, he's bounced all over the league. I mean, there was Wendell Carter Jr. was on Chicago. I think he's now on Orlando. Colin Sexton, Cleveland. He went to Utah. Kevin Knox, is Kevin Knox even in the NBA anymore? Kevin Knox no, he is not in the NBA. I think he's playing somewhere else overseas. That's where I think, yeah, he is not playing right now. Mikal Bridges was with Philly. Now he's with the Knicks. SGA was with Charlotte. Now he's with OKC. Miles Bridges was with the Clippers. Hornets. I mean, the list goes. Michael Porter Jr. is now a net. It's just crazy. Dante DiVincenzo. I mean, everybody. Kevin Huerter was traded to the Pistons in the trade for Jaden Ivey. Grayson Allen, he's been all over the place with Utah. Anthony Simons was just traded from Boston to Chicago for Vukovic, who's 35, but they think he'll provide more help for Boston come playoff time. We'll see what happens there, but that was crazy. Yeah, so we talked about the final Westminster. Matt Nagy, who I have never been a fan of. I was going to have HGA on earlier today. Did a lot of walking, did a lot of moving around today. I was exhausted, passed out. I have finished another book of the Sam Pope series. I'm on book number 8 now. I'm very excited about that. But Matt Nagy is now the Giants OC, and I'm not happy about this. I think he's not the right guy. Yeah. Certainly has a type when he hires guys with experience and proven track record as a play caller. Yeah, that trend developed through 18 years. I don't get this. Now has all 3 of his coordinators as they previously hired Denard Wilson to run the defense. Brought Chris Harden from Baltimore to run the special teams. Yeah, he was a finalist for the Titans head coaching job during this cycle. I don't get it. Yeah, he was with the Chiefs the past 4 years. The last 3 years, offensive coordinator, a non-play calling role working for Andy Reid. His contract expired, and Reid brought back Eric Bieniemy. That says something to me, that you bring back Eric Bieniemy and you say, Nagy, we can go. Like he wasn't – I never thought – he had one good year with Chicago as a head coach. Yeah, the offense has regressed the past 2 years. Age, tight end, injuries to Patrick Mahomes, downturn. They've never worked before. They have a shared background as part of the Andy Reid coaching tree. Harbaugh's last year with the Eagles in 2007. Nagy arrived in Philadelphia in 2008. Yeah, I just – Bears head coaching job, went 12-4 NFC North. Trubisky was a winning quarterback, named NFL Coach of the Year. Yeah. Sustained was not possible. They went 8-8 in 2019, made the playoffs at 8-8 in 2020, and he was fired after they went 6-11 in 2021. He went back to the Chiefs and won 2 Super Bowls as offensive coordinator. Non-playing calling, let me say. He also called the plays on offense with the Bears. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, Nagy played quarterback at Delaware. He's a proponent of the West Coast offense and prefers his quarterbacks to be mobile and move in the pocket, which would fit. I agree with Dart's skill set. He spoke with Cliff Kingsbury, Brian Callahan, both former NFL coaches, as well as Jim Bob Cooter, Shane Day, Robert Prince, Davis Webb, and Alex Tanney. I don't understand. And Rob and I are on the same. I don't get it. I don't think it's a great move, but what do I know? I'm just a man, not the man, a man. Wow, that girl's an arm. Nice throw. NFL, Mexico, next 3 years. Niners should be one of those, they said. 9 games international in 2026, most ever. Australia, Brazil, Germany, Spain, England, France, and Mexico. Saints will play the first game ever in France. Opponent to be determined later. But nine games. They really want 17. Northwestern will open their $900 million stadium. Ryan, right? Isn't it called Northwestern Stadium? Is called, what is Northwestern Stadium? Northwestern Stadium is called Northwestern. Yeah, Northwestern football team. Ryan Field. Yeah, currently undergoing made to become a modern, sustainable, new stadium will feature about 35,000. Their first game will be Friday, October 2nd against Penn State, who they beat last year 22-21. Braun is the head coach of Northwestern, and he will have Chip Kelly as offensive coordinator. Matt Campbell is taking over from James Franklin for Penn State. So Northwestern won 22-21 last year. We'll see what happens in that game. And that will open their $900 million stadium October 2nd and won't be ready for the first couple games. So they'll play at their Lakeside place, and we'll see what happens. Yes, Mitchell Robinson, we talked about him. Clips. Oh, so this is another thing. They're saying it's going to be Darius Garland for James Harden. Rob, James Harden's going to be 37 this summer in August. He wants a two-year, $80 million deal. And Tomer, what the hell's his name? Guy covering the Clips, Tomer Azerley, said that they are prioritizing. They don't want any deals to go past the 26-27 season, so they don't want to give anybody for cap space. And he's 37 years old. He wants a 2-year, $80 million contract. They're like, we're not going for that. That's not going to happen. And Harden's averaging 25 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 42% from the field, 35 from 3, 90 from the free throw line. He's 37. Darius Garland was better a couple of years ago. I feel like he's taken a little step down recently, so he's not the same player he was. Oh, yesterday's trivia question was, before I forget, how many times have the Tampa Bay Lightning come back from a 4-goal deficit to win a game? First time was in the Stadium Series. They won 6-5 over the Bruins on Sunday. So that was a trivia question I wanted to make sure I had in my head. Darius Garland has been okay. He's a much younger player, and the Clippers are playing well, but, he wants his money, and he's going to piss people off, James Harden. I mean, he just never seems to stay anywhere. He has not been playing. Yeah, he's been hurt. Last time he played was January 14th. He's averaging 18 points, 45 from the field, 36 from 3, 86 from the free throw line, but he's been dealing with injuries. Yeah, and he's hurt. So I'm curious. Yeah, I mean, he's a much older player. Garland is 26. Harden's 36. Harden has played in 44 games. His stats, I talked about that. Garland has battled toe injury, suffered during the playoffs last season. He's played in 26 games. Yeah, 45 from the field, 36 from 3, 15.5 player efficiency rating. Harden has a 22. Yeah, he's an 11-time All-Star. Harden, MVP 2017-18. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's led the league in scoring 3 times, led the league in assists twice. He averaged 11 assists in 2016-17, 9th in the NBA in career points. He made the finals in 6-man in the Thunder 2011-12, not been back since. 2-time All-Star for Garland. Received the nod last season when he helped the Cavs the number 1 seed and they blew it in the playoffs. Yeah. He's never made it past the Eastern Conference. Yeah. Garland's played for the Cavs since drafted 5th overall. Harden's played for 5 teams. Yeah. I mean, I'm not shocked about any of this stuff. And I'm not shocked that he wants all that. So we'll see what happens. Plus-minus leaders since January 1st. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Musa Diabate, who I had to remind Michigan, played for Michigan 1 year in 21, then declared for the draft, was kind of like, had moments as a pro, in college as a freshman, but overall I thought did not play very well. Hornets on their 7-game win streak, longest since 2000. Con Newpel, the fellow Dookie, the Hornets are playing some better basketball, but, I think it's going to take a while for them to. Right, they're not even in a playoff spot right now, right? Aren't the Hornets are 11th? Well, you know what? They are game back of the Hawks for a playoff spot, and they're 23-28. They're playing better basketball right now. So I guess we're going to see what happens going forward. Yeah, well, I ate too much sugar, and yeah, those cookies came at the wrong time because I was too damn hungry today, and I was like, you know what? I got to eat something. So we got the Olympics in 3 days. We have the Westminster Dog Show is on in 15 minutes. We have the Pro Bowl games. Michigan wants to watch a documentary on the USA hockey team. So that's a possibility we could be watching tonight. Top OPS last 3 seasons, 1,800 plus plate appearances. Judge, Otani, Soto, Freeman, Witt, Olson, Brent Rooker, Vlad Jr., Marcell Ozuna, and Mookie Betts. But Judge is 24 points ahead of Otani. And we're talking about the Yankees, that everybody has to play well again, and you're pitching, everybody has to come back healthy and play strong. And you're going to have to get something from some besides Judge come playoff time, and I just don't see it happening. And Donovan was traded from the Cardinals to Seattle, right? Donovan from the Mariners trade, and that was a guy that, he plays a lot of positions, and they said it's going to bolster their lands all-star Brandon Donovan after long pursuit. I think he's going to be pretty good. Could play a significant role. I think it's going to help their team, and he could play a bunch of positions. We'll see what happens going forward with that. Yeah, I was going to talk about all the trades, but I got to be honest with you. I don't follow them as closely, and I don't want to sound, but Jaden Ivey, Mike Conley, the Pistons get Kevin Huerter, Dario Saric, and 2026 first-round protected swap from Minnesota. Everybody got from the ESPN got a B plus. You're dumping salary there. That's what a lot of it. Now Utah, they said they could play Markkanen at small forward and put Triple J at power forward. And Markkanen played 8 games at small on the wing this year and averaged 30 points a game. And I guess they're done rebuilding. They feel like with Bailey and Markkanen, that now with Jackson, that they could make a push and do something. I guess we're going to see. It's using its 2026-27 cap space a few months early to take on Jackson's extension signed last summer, which will boost his salary from $35 million this season to $49 million as part of a deal that has him under contract in 2030. So they have a guy in. Yep. Yeah. So a lot of swap of contracts. We'll see what happens there. Yeah. Celtics, Vukovic, I think, for the playoffs. I saw this too. North Carolina is picked to win the preseason ACC and women's lacrosse. Chloe Humphrey, who had a phenomenal season last year, Eliza Osborne, Sam Forrest, and Brooklyn Walker Welch all made the All ACC preseason team. They're predicted to win it again. They won the Natty last year. Yeah, I talked about the 2018 NBA draft, which was crazy. I mean, that's just bonkers. Looking at the clock, Vukovic still feels like he has some juice and is willing to come off the bench. Bobby Manning says he feels like a spry 35. He feels like his strengths can still help a team, which could help them in playoff time, which makes me nervous for the Yankees. I mean, for the Knicks. We'll see what happens there. Jordan Moore, Drake May will be the youngest quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl if the Patriots beat the Seahawks on Sunday. Only quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl at age 24 or younger. Brady, Mahomes, Roethlisberger. I don't trust them. I really don't think it's going to happen. I don't. I really feel like Seahawks are going to. Now, I know that I'm worried about his running. I agree. His running ability makes me concerned, but I think that he is a damn good quarter. Well, he hasn't been great in the playoffs. He's had fumble issues, but the running could be a problem. There won't be a weather issue. I just think Seattle is primed, and Goff looked really good. Has looked good both weeks. I mean, didn't have to do much in the blowout of the Niners, but I thought they went toe-to-toe with the Rams. Rams made more mistakes. That's why they lost the game. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I am. So high school is trying to get legalized. NIL high school in Ohio. I'm 100% not having this happen. This is turning into a nightmare. They said we're going to lose athletes. Go to other states. Good, because it shouldn't be happening at this level. High school should be high school. When you're making it too much money in high school, I can see college, but high school. So what are you going to just go state to state? Parents are just going to move all over the place to win high school games. I think it started way too early. I think there's something about leaving for college. There shouldn't be, and they're getting deals in high school. I mean, I know we have all the social media and stuff, but there's a point where it's just getting out of control. We got to push back somewhere. 5th Olympics for GW softball alum Alana Myers-Taylor in the bobsled, competing in her 5th games. Good luck to you. Matthew Collar put this up. So they talked about Ricky Williams. He caught 97 passes over a 2-year span in 2002, 2003, and stayed in as a pass protector. I agree. I mean, I know he smoked a lot of weed, which is never good. Well, I mean, it's illegal now, but back then it wasn't legal, and he got a terrible opening contract with the Saints, but Ricky Williams could play football. He was phenomenal in college. So Fast Break Back Breakfast put this up about the trade. John Concher is 21st in Grizzlies franchise history in rebounds. Kyle Anderson is 22nd, only 14 behind. John Concher is 18th in steals. Kyle Anderson is 19th, only 2 behind. So they're thinking that this will be big for the Utah Jazz going forward. And Dan Devine put, if I'm counting it up all right, the Grizzlies have turned Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. into Cedric Howard, 5 first-round picks, plus a swap, about 17.5 in expiring contracts, and the biggest trade exception in NBA history. Lots of raw materials to work with, at least in what is John Morant doing? So I don't know. And this, so Zaire Wade, son of Dwayne Wade, is interested in playing college basketball. The 23-year-old is receiving interest from several D1 programs. He has up to 4 years of eligibility remaining. He's been playing overseas and everything. He never really, he didn't go to college, was playing. I just think, so what's he going to be, a 25-year-old junior? It just goes to show you, I go back to college. Well, you weren't good enough to make the NBA. You're still not good enough to make the NBA, but you're good enough to play in college to keep the dream going. Well, who wants a real job? But, you're not your father. And if there's, but it's a little ridiculous to go in as a 24-year-old freshman. Yeah, how old is, he's right. He's got to be Zaire Wade. He's been playing basketball professionally. He's been getting paid to play. Okay, so Zaire Wade is 23. He'll be 24 tomorrow. So he's 24. He's going to be a 24-year-old freshman. G League. Come on. Yeah. He played for the Cape Town Tigers of the Basketball Africa League. Basketball Africa League. He went to Sierra Canyon, decided not to play for he played for the Salt Lake City Stars, 21-22, Cape Town Tigers. So wait, he hasn't played anywhere? Oh, he played for the Macau Black Bears of the Asian tournament on April 13th, 2024. He played 12 games in the G League in 2 years and scored a total of, averaged a game, started 1 game, and averaged 1.8 points per game. So, yeah, I'm sorry. What is the interest? What school wants him? It's not like he was dominating. Now, David Pollack put this up. Quarterbacks will make the biggest jump in 2026. Josh Hoover, Indiana, everybody's saying. I think Sam Levitt, no. Lenora Sellers is still at South Carolina. Nico Iamaleva, UCLA. Avery Johnson and Bo Prabula at Virginia. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with any of these things. I think Lenora Sellers is playing for his, and the James Madison coach is going. Cheney is going to UCLA. Pribula at Virginia, yeah. And Avery Johnson feels like he's been at Kansas State for like 30 years already. Sam Levitt, Kiffin is a known commodity, knows how to coach an offense. I guess we'll see there. And Josh Hoover, Indiana, yeah, we'll see. Time will tell, right? Time will tell. Yeah, so we have the Westminster Dog Show coming on in a little bit. Fall games, this is from Kendall Rogers about college baseball. That allowable fall games will increase from 2 to 4 during April voting with the D1 Council. And he said, remember when we had a 10 to 12 game ESPN schedule every year in college baseball? And now, yeah, it's blown up, which is great. I feel like all the sports should get representation. So I'm 100% behind that. NCAA baseball season, here's the scoop. It's still in the discussion stage, but there appears to be at least some momentum involved in the potential of moving the NCAA baseball season back to a first weekend of March start date. Very long way to go, but it's something that has been re-energized by Clemson head coach Eric Bakich behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm fine with it. When are you going to start with the weather and everything? And I saw this on the Lacrosse Network on Facebook. Ohio State men's lacrosse, Bobby Van Buren, ACL. He tore his ACL in practice last week, ending his 2026 campaign. In 25, he had 16 caused turnovers, 24 ground balls, and a co-defensive player of the year award in the Big Ten. So I guess that's going to hurt them, but they are the dump. So I really don't root for them. How about this picture? Jump ball between the late Len Bias and Michael Jordan at the 5-star basketball camp in 1980. But that was awesome. I love that. Love it. And this photo showed Pavel Bure during his 1994 fitness testing, ended up on the front page of the Vancouver Sun and caused such a stir that they had to print thousands of extra copies. Pavel Bure. That's an athlete right there, folks. Yeah. I just ate some cookies. I don't look like that right now. Not even close. The 25-year-old son of Dodgers manager Dave Roberts is among the new hires for the Tigers. So if you're excited about that, good for you. Ibanez signed a major league contract worth $1.2 million, which the Dodgers hope to dissuade anyone from claiming him. They can bolster their MLB and AAA depth without taking up a 40-man spot. Tigers did something similar with Akil Badu last year. Yes, so we'll see how, Dodgers just keep the rich get richer in that respect. The Knicks checked in about Jaren Jackson Jr. before he was traded. Okay, but they haven't done anything. So what's going on there? Yeah. Anthony, I saw salary cap per position. I was like, what do I care about that? Yeah. Ivy never really became that guy. I can't believe Lindsey Vonn is going to even try to. That's going to be interesting to see what she'll do. But we'll see. Yes, we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Sam Bennett will now replace Anthony Cirelli on Team Canada for the Olympics. Cirelli was injured Sunday, and that sucks. Well, and it hasn't even been built yet. The hockey arena is still not 100% right now, which is crazy. Most runs in MLB since 2018. Mookie Betts 817. Freddie Freeman 788. Juan Soto 775. Francisco Lindor 763. Marcus Semien 741. 3 Mets and 2 Dodgers. Thank you, Metscope. 80% chance Fangraphs that the Mets make the playoffs. 33% chance they win division. 7.7 they win the World Series. And HGJ and Jay both say, what does it mean? He said if we get another marquee signing, maybe that's the case. That's what Jay thinks. A pitcher. Yes, we shall see. Predators and Lightning achieve rare feat. What's up there, Barnes? The Predators and Lightning combine for a third instance in NHL history of a team recording a 4-goal comeback win in consecutive days following March 23rd, 24th of 2024 and February 22nd, 23rd, 19. So the Predators and Lightning both came back from four goal deficits. Wow. 4th 4-goal comeback of 2025, tied with 86-87 and 84-85 for the 4th most at this stage of a season. 884 games played, behind only 2019-20, where they had 5. So also 85-86 and 83-84. That's pretty impressive, right? Barnes is pretty impressive coming back. Yeah. I don't want James Harden. So Darren Peterson, I was talking to Big S last night. Texas Tech was beating him, and Darren Peterson 1 for 5 from 3. He hit the tying and game-winning threes consecutively. Made big plays. I talked about his hammy. He hadn't been playing a lot. Came up big. They won at Texas Tech yesterday. Big win. And he's psyched about Arizona playing great basketball right now, which I agree with. Yeah, we shall see. Sabres, Rasmus Dahlin's last 13 games. 7 goals, 11 assists, 18 points, +4, 23 block shots, 20 hits, has played at least 22 minutes in all but one game after what he's been through personally this year. Yeah. What has Rasmus Dahlin been through this year? Rasmus Dahlin. Has he been injured this year? He's 25 years old. He's having a season, folks. Yeah, here we go. Playing career. Here we go. What are 2016, 17? He signed an 8-year, 880, and he captain 2000. He scored his first hat trick. All right. So I would say he's playing pretty damn well right now. I would say that's pretty good, folks. I said 3 days till the Olympics, opening ceremonies. Dahlin's been playing well. The Michigan brought up from the club team to NCAA Division I goaltender Grant Newhart called up the Wolverines NCAA D1 roster. Yeah, Michigan hockey makes another in-season addition, bringing up from the UM club team, which is crazy. He's a senior position quarterback, second semester senior from Traverse City, Michigan. Height 34.5 burgers. Oh, wait. Oh, this is all funny stuff. Oh, deposit. I guess it's all funny stuff right here. Okay, so that's some dumb shit they post. Okay. 6'1", 165. So he's a tiny kid. Tall. So isn't it? I always like stuff like that when you hear guys coming up and playing with the big boys. Now it's time to show what you can do. Michigan's having a very good season. You need to bring guys up and get it done, right? Thank you, Hockey House Pod, for that one. Yeah. who has played for Michigan's ACHA M2 for the past 4 seasons, is joining top-ranked Wolverines 20-4, 11-3 in the Big Ten for the rest of the season, 6-3-1 through this season with a 209 goals against average and a 934 save percentage. We also had a spotlight over his writing the unbelievable roster bios for the Wolverines. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, I thought that was a little bit ridiculous, but people write funny stuff, right? So I thought Jacob Toppin, JT Toppin, he is not related to JT. If you mean JT Toppin from Texas Tech, he is not related to Obi or Jacob Toppin. So I thought that was, and then that was one thing I looked up. And then what did I see here? 61 assists on JT Toppin field goals, most for any tandem, him and Christian Anderson at Texas Tech. So he's not related to Obi Toppin or Jacob Toppin. I thought he was. And Travis Switzer, a former college football coach and current Baltimore Ravens staff member, is not related to Barry Switzer, which I was like, okay. So Switzer is now the Cleveland Browns are hiring Ravens run game coordinator Travis Switzer to be their offensive coordinator. Has spent the past 3 seasons as run game coordinator for the Ravens. He had an administrative role in 2017, offensive coaching analyst working with the team's wide receivers. He was a former offensive lineman and started 36 games at the University of Akron. Now, I don't know if he's going to call plays. The Browns are also hiring former Ravens offensive line coach Greg Warhop to the same role. All right. So I don't know if he's going to call the plays. Yes. Monken was offensive coordinator for the Ravens. Yeah. And Switzer has never called plays. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Yeah. But okay. Let's see what happens there. Rockets beat the Pacers, season high 31-17 yesterday. 3-0 without KD this season, the Rockets. Thank you, Bordeaux, for that one. Oh, my God. Do you see this picture of the I almost said the Carpenters, the Osbournes? Whew. She does look like the alien monster in, what was that movie called? With, what was that movie called? Alien movie with Martin Short and Natalie Portman. Alien movie. Martin Short. What was it called? Martin Short. What was that movie called? Mars Attacks. Yeah, where Jack Nicholson played the president. That's what she looks like. She really does. She does. I'm sorry. No offense, but you really do. She looks like and she's lost so much. It's kind of Israeli bobsled team. First, how about this? AJ Edelman, first double sport Olympian, skeleton and bobsled this year. Skeleton 2016. Thank you, Lost Tribe, for the Oive Sleighs are going to the Olympics. That to me is wild. Israel bobsled team. I told him when I'm on a show, I don't know if that'll happen. Tallulah Proulx, who grew up skiing in Utah, is going to be the first Philippine athlete to represent the nation in the Winter Olympics. She is from recent high school grad to Olympic medal contender. She's 17, says to become the first woman and youngest athlete ever from the Philippines to attain a spot at the Winter Olympics. She's the Utah-based alpine skier, has been participating in the sport since she was 3 years old and will compete in both the giant slalom and the slalom events at the Milano Cortina Games. So I'm wishing her well in that. That's awesome. And how about that? Daughter Veronica on a building for, that's pretty cool to see your daughter up on. Veronica Burden. Veronica Burden plays, Veronica Burton. She plays for the Valkyries. All right. Where does she play college ball? And she plays in Rival, which I watched last night, which they didn't call double dribble, but it's fun to watch. She played at Northwestern, 7th overall. All right. So Sam Burden was there and saw a picture of his daughter playing for the Valkyries. Unrival's a lot of fun. They keep all the games in Miami, keep the cost, under control in that respect. I like that. I watched some of the games 3-on-3. It was fun to watch. A lot of money, a lot of athletes, a lot of companies backing. They have sponsorships. It looks like it's well run. They're making much better equity from the players. I think it's all good. I love it. I love Unrivaled. I think it's a great thing. I'd love to get someone to talk to somebody from the league. That would be great. It hasn't happened yet. Yes, and Justin Fields, work on your off-field. Yes, work on your off-season training. I agree. top 10 first baseman from Just Baseball, and they have Ben Rice ninth. It's Vaughn, Freddie Freeman, Nick Kurtz, Matt Olson, Pete Alonso, Bryce Harper, Rafael Devers, Michael Bush, Ben Rice. Listen, I hope Ben Rice comes through this year. I really do. I really do. I really do. All right, and we got a trivia question. You know what? Let's put it up there right now. First trivia question for today. Which NFL team became the first team? I'm asking you the first team in NFL history to advance to the Super Bowl after winning 3 playoff games on the road. They became the first team. They got blown out of the Super Bowl. I'll give you a hint. They got blown out of the Super Bowl. It's happened in the last 41 years. Let's just say last 41 years it's happened. And first team in NFL history to advance to the Super Bowl by winning 3 playoff games on the road. Do you know who it is? Barnes is already gone, so he's not here. Barnes said hi, and he's gone. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. JD's just going to keep on trucking. I wasn't even doing a show today. I apologize, HEJ. And yesterday he was here, but he wasn't here, so I thought it was somebody else. It was not. It was him. And yes, that's from FB Helmet Guy for that trivia question. Kenneth Walker III had the second highest missed tackle force rate, 30.3 in NFL history. In NFL this season, per Next Gen Stats. Thank you for that one. Love that. Oh, so this is John Ewing. Jerry Rice's 250 receiving yards in Super Bowl 23, a Super Bowl record. Will any player record 216 or more receiving yards? It could be JSN. Will it happen? I don't. That was a good one. I like that one because JSN could have Jackson Smith the Jigba could be the guy that could happen. I don't think it will, but I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to happen. Yes, so Brandon Donovan from Seattle, from the Cards to Seattle, 3-way trade, including the Rays. The trade deal, which is made of multiple 3 Cardinals were considering for Donovan, sent right-handed starter you ran hello Gente, number 95 on ESPN's Kyle McDaniels, top 100 prospect. As a centerpiece to the Cardinals, sources said the Mariners also traded third baseman Ben Williamson to the Rays. He's 29, Donovan. Yeah, I guess we're going to see what happened. And Chaim Bloom has already traded Sonny Gray and Willie Contreras to Boston and Nolan Arenado to Arizona, though Donovan was widely regarded as the Cardinals player with the most value. Yeah. He's likely to bat at top of the lineup, one of the deepest bat-to-ball skills, struck out just 13% of his plate appearances last year, 14th among 145 hitters qualified for the batting title. Strong on base abilities, his left-handed swing fits perfectly in the batting order. You got Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, and shortstop J.P. Crawford. Yeah, J.P. Crawford. I'm telling you. Yeah. That's going to be interesting, folks. Yeah. Yeah, the other guys are, could be something. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Belichick. Oh, and Goodell's is fine with the refs. Refs are doing a great job. Goodell says Belichick will eventually get into the Hall of Fame. That's just great when you say it like that. It's just fantastic. Yeah, how about this? Sam Ruth, 16-year-old, ran a 3:48.88 at the BU Terrier Classic in high school. 3:48. Wow. And how about this? So, for the first time, Courtney Banghurt has won inside Reynolds Coliseum. Tar Heels get their first victory in Raleigh since 2019, 61-59. They just went into the rankings, but so that's a big win on the road yesterday. Renaya Kelly gives the Wolves down to the pep band as she walks off the court. Mitchell Northam says it's the best women's basketball rivalry in ACC, better than UNC Duke. All right. It's also the first quad win of the season for UNC. India Navar, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and Laney Grant, 18 points, led the way. Good for them. UNC women getting it done. Jazz Chisholm donates new computer lab to Bronx Elementary School. Thank you, New York Sports. Kids look really happy. PS 55 on Friday. He donated 25 touchscreen laptops, a massive interactive video board, a PlayStation 5, and fresh Jordan sneakers for an entire 5th grade class. Jazz, man, that's, doing stuff like that. Love it. Love it. How about this from Sean Salisbury said, most underrated basketball player at any level. that could score and handle on anyone. I don't know if underrated is. He was a superstar when he played, Sean. But College Hoop says former LSU head coach Dale Brown reportedly charted every one of Pete Maravich's Pistol Pete's shots in college to see what he would average with a three-point line. Maravich would have scored a total of 4,731 career points, 57 points per game. Also, freshmen couldn't play in the varsity at the time. 57 points per game. He was phenomenal. He died playing basketball. Listen, unbelievable, awesome. And all I saw was highlights. Never saw him play. I remember he played for the New Orleans Jazz. I don't know why Utah's still the Utah Jazz. Change the name, please. UNC since 2020 had been 1-5 in midweek game prior to Duke matchup, so that was a good win. Even though the 35-10 was ugly, but sometimes the games don't go the way you want them to. They just don't. So, was that last night? Was Celebrini Bedard? Was that last night the Blackhawks? Blackhawks. Let me see. Blackhawks. Well, they played the Sharks last night. And did Celebrini had a goal and an assist. And Bedard, who had been hurt, had a goal. So both guys performed. Blackhawks 22, 25-9. Sharks improved to 27, 23, and 4. Yeah. All right. I did my trivia question. I want to do a quick show. Michigan's coming home soon. Thanks, HEJ, for that one. Thanks, Barnes, for listening. Everybody have a great night. Peace out. Did I miss anything else tonight? Did a trivia question. Coaching in the shadow. Oh, this is Fox. What did I miss here? Yes. Penguins, Islanders. Cardinals coach Mike LaFleur says he'll call offensive plays, but who will run the plays is yet to be determined. Yeah, who's going to be the quarterback? I'm curious. Yeah. Artemi Panarin will likely be traded. Oh, we heard that. We're hearing that forever, folks. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Come on. Yeah. Expected Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns will play for the world team, the 2026 All-Star game. Oh, and I saw today, I passed it around to everybody. It was Tony Danza in 77 knocking out a guy in 44 seconds, and the guy was saying the foist round, which I thought was hilarious. Foist. Tony Danza boxing. He kicked the shit out of the guy. He really did. All right, that's all I got for today. Pro Bowl games, Westminster Dog Show. Robert Kraft not selected. Well, if Belichick was, then Robert Kraft shouldn't. I'm sorry. Players should get in before their owners. Owners are last. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm glad you own the team, whatever, but I want to see the owners. I don't think I'm saying, I'm glad that Jerry Jones got in the Hall of Fame. I'm so excited, Jerry Jones. I don't watch football for the owners. I watch football for the players. And, we'll see is Panarin ever going to be traded? One guy said that Chris Drury, I was watching today on Twitter, said it's a war crime that he, with the team. I don't know why, Panarin's your best player. You don't want to pay him. Well, who's going to be leading the team going forward? I don't know. That's what perplexes me. But I guess we'll see what happens going forward, and time will tell. But the retool is not retooling. It's a piece of shit. Oh, so yes, the NBA All-Star Game will feature a round-robin mini tournament with 4 12-minute games. Game 1, USA Stars vs. World. Game 2, USA Stripes for Game 1 winning. Game 3, USA Stripes for Game 1 losing team. Game 4, championship. Fantastic. Okay, so we got the teams. So the USA Stars are Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey. The Stripes, okay, they're coached by Bickerstaff, J.R. Bickerstaff. J.B. Bickerstaff? Okay, so the USA Stripes is coached by Mitch Johnson from the Spurs, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Curry, Durant, LeBron, Kawhi, Donovan, and Mitchell, and Norman Powell. I think I'm going to take the Stripes. I mean, they're older, but I'm kind of – and the world is Giannis, Denny Avdija from Portland, Doncic, SGA, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Pascal Siakam, Kat, and Victor Wembanyama. Should be. Do I care? No. But at least it'll be more interesting. It is an exhibition, so a lot of people don't care. But thank you all. Have a great night. Peace out. I'll talk to you soon. Adios. Adios.